Well, good morning and welcome back to the Sudoku channel. This is Oliver coming to you from Youghal by the Sea here in Ireland over in Europe. And this is part 2 of a two-part video of a Sudoku puzzle that was first published in the Telegraph on the 21st of January, I think it was 2022. Now, if you want to look at part 1, there's a link down below in the comments for part 1, and you can see where we started and how we got to where we are now, and this is where we are now. And okay, right, where do we go from here? Well, the first thing we do is I'm going to transpose all of this onto a different type of software that I find easier to use when I'm looking for things like X-wings and chains and all of those wonderful things. So just give me a moment and let me do that. I'll be back to you in a tick. Well, here we have it, and I really hope I have copied everything over correctly now over onto this software. So what I want to do now is just go and make sure, well, find if there are any, we'll call them Snyder pairs, although Snyders are normally referred to in houses, for along rows and columns. And for example, we have 2 4s here. Right, 2 4s there, that means this is a pointing pair. Pointing pair means you can't have any more 4s on, for example, in this row. But it also means these 2 4s, you can't have any other 4s in the house. So we can get rid of all of those 4s. Or something giving us a 2 4s there, which might come in as a X-wing at some stage, like down to here. It would. That would work there. If you look at X-wings, which part of X-wings am I talking about? Sorry, the very basic X-wing. It'll be down below in the comments. So we have the X-wing here. Now it is on the bases are on the columns. So we've got 2 4s there. We don't have 2 4s. We've got 3 4s. Sorry. Forget about that X-wing. All right, that would be nice. We then get rid of this 4 here. Well, wishful thinking is all that was. We do have another 2 4s here though, and they're not connecting up to anything. But oh, I always go ahead of myself, don't I? I always go ahead of myself. Oh, look at this. We've got 2 9s down here. That's a hidden double, 4 9 4 9. So we can get rid of the 2s and the 3s and the 2 now. And on that, we now have a pointing pair here of 2s for this row, which means we can't have any more 2s in this house. We're doing quite nicely now, aren't we? We've got lots of 4s around the places, aren't there? Are any other 4s we could get rid of? So we have 2 4s here and 2 4s here. That is an X-wing. With the bases being on the rows, which means you can get rid of any 4s on the columns. And yep, oh, look at that. We're going to get rid of that 4 there. And getting rid of that 4 means this is the 4 for this house. Now, wasn't that good? And wait a minute. That's right. Yes. It was these 2 4s. Sorry. And leaving us with a 1 9. Okay. God, I make mistakes. 1 9. Now, that 4, does that do anything for us now anywhere? That is an awful pity. I thought it would do something. That's all. Just got that 4 in and nothing else. What else was I doing? I was down here. Oh, yes, our 2 9s. 9. 2 9s here. They don't line up. These 2, oh, there we go. We have, no, we don't have a pair. There's another 9 in here, unfortunately. 9 9. Oh, look at that. Here we have another X-wing, another basic X-wing. 9 9 9 9. And the bases are on the rows, which means we can get rid of anything on the columns, which is going to be that one gone and that one gone. And now we have a pair of 9s up there. Got 3 9s here. There are 2 9s there. Don't think we can do. Can we do anything with that? Even as a chain, off, on, off, or off, on, off, on. But there's no 9s down there. There's one down here, but I can't see this one. Ah, wasn't that a pity? That was a big pity. If we started here with off, on, off, on, off. Ah, not a valid chain. Both ends are off. I don't, you know what? I have a feeling that we won't be able to get rid of this 9. That this cell will actually end up being a 2. But from past experience, I can tell you it's a very dangerous thing to do. You need to be able to prove it conclusively rather than just guessing. Oh, we have 2 9s here. Okay. 2 9s here. Off, on, off. I don't know. I have to go and scratch the head now for a while. I'm not getting anywhere. All right, I'll be back to you in a minute. Nothing like a cup of tea to revive you and get the grey cells going again. I've come across a nice little pairs chain here now. I think some people call them XY wings, but I find it easier to look upon them as chains. That's the way that I understand what's going on. And okay, there are 3 cells, and between the 3 cells there are 3 possibles, and they're in those 3 cells. And as long as there's sort of an elbow connecting the 2 extremities, so the 2 extremities have a 4 on them. And the way I look upon it is if this is off, on, if that's on, so this is actually an alternating inference chain, sorry, not a pairs chain, an alternating inference chain. If that's off, that's on, then all the 2s here are off, on, off, on. So if that's off, that's on. I'm going back the other way. Off, on, off, on, off, on. So this is always switched off irrespective of whether this or this is the 0 or the 1. Okay, so you can't have a 4 there. Now what you want to do, if you want to understand that, you want to go back and have a look at pairs chains, alternating inference chains, and also a thing called strong weak links. Very, very powerful technique. So that gives us a 3. Now, and that gets rid of that 3 there. Nothing over there. It gets rid of this one here, and because there was a Snyder pair here, it gives us a 3 here. That 3 will get rid of that one. That's all, I'm afraid. Ah, dearie me. Oh, wait a minute. On this column here now, we only have a single 3. So that's the 3 for there. Getting rid of these. Could this be the solution? That'd be great if it is, I have to say. That'll be the 3 there. And that'll get rid of that one there, leaving us only a single 3 here. Hold on, I don't want to put it all in yet. So that 3 here. Oh, we only have a single 4 now. That'll be the 4, so it can't be the 9, and that'll be the 9 there. And it won't be the 2, and that'll be the 2 there. I actually got it done. Look at this. Okay, let's go on now. That's the 8. Gets rid of that 8. And no 8s up along there. We have a 2. Gets rid of that 2, giving us a 7. This is too easy. I don't believe that this is it. But if it is, great. 1 gone. We'll do the 3 now that I was leaving off for a while, and the 4. They're not getting rid of anything. Oh dear. 2 gets rid of that one there. We've got 2 2s here. I'm just taking me time on this because I have a feeling that this is going to come to a grinding halt. 1 2 1 2, get rid of that 2. And we have a 4. I feel as if I'm hanging on by my fingertips here. The 1 2, we have a 1 here, so that gives us the 2, and that gives us the 1, and that 2 will give us a 9 up there. The 8 is the 8 in there, nothing else. Now we only have 2 cells left, but we have 3 in here, so there's something wrong there. 429 429, we have a 2 down here, so get rid of the 2s there. And that gives us our 4949, so we can't have a 4 here. Back over here, we get the 9, gets rid of that one. That one is finished. That 9 gets rid of that and that. Giving us a 4, getting rid of that one. Giving us a 2. And that gets rid of that one and that one. And we have a 2 here. And we have a 7. And that's a 1, 4, 1, 4. And why do I have a 4, 9 there? We shouldn't. There's a 4 there. So that gives us a 9. This is it, but I just have a feeling I made a mistake. I was expecting it to be a little bit more difficult, because that was a nice little chain, wasn't it? 2, 2. If it is, then this is a nice one. 4. Not concentrating, I'm not. What do I leave out here? 2. So that's a 9. 9, 9, 9, 9. So this is, there's a 9 down here. Gets rid of that one. 1. And that becomes a 2. Gone. We can't have a 1, 9 and a 1, 4. That 9, go. So that's the 1. And this is the 4, which makes this the 1. That 1 gets rid of that one and that one. We have the 8 there to get rid of that one, giving us a 2. And this one, there's a 1 there to get rid of that, giving us a 9. And a 4 there. 2 on 8s. There's a 1 up there to make that an 8. And that 8 makes this one a 1. Okay. If I haven't made any mistakes, I'm delighted. I'll have to go back over that video just to make sure I didn't make mistakes somewhere. But if it was, that was a nice one. What do we have? We had a couple of X-Wings, and they weren't difficult ones. They were all basic X-Wings. And we had one, it's either, I think they're called XY wings, or else I prefer to look upon them as an alternating inference chain. It was a simple 3-cell alternating inference chain. Very, very nice. Now, if you like this, don't forget thumbs up. If I have made a mistake, don't forget to put it in the comment. Like I did last week, and Glenn sorted that one out for me. Thank you very much, Glenn, for spotting my mistake. What else can I say? Do subscribe if you can, so that you know when the next video is going to come out, and it'll probably be in a week's time. And what I'm doing now is I'm going back to last January, and I'm going to work backwards from there and pick out any diabolicals, because I started doing these diabolicals last January. Okay, look, great having you here, great hearing from you, and I hope you enjoyed this puzzle. And if you did, sure, come back to me again next week. Till then, slán tá.